This is Steve Ridgel, and well, it was about a week and a half ago. It was a Wednesday night after church. Our Jesus Journey class had been full, had a great class. Stayed for an elders meeting, good elders meeting, got home. We were looking for a storm that was going to be coming in, and so we kind of unwound, relaxed, went to bed, and our phone rang about 12:30. It was my daughter on FaceTime. I knew that was not going to be good. I answered the phone, and here's what she said: "Daddy, my house is burning down." So we gathered everything together, took off, got over there, and what had happened is they had gone to bed, gone to sleep, and about midnight, one of their dogs started really yapping, and they kind of woke up trying to figure out what was going on. And about that time, they heard banging on their door, and so they were awake because of the dog. So they go to the front door, and a man I know, all I know is his name is Moses, was knocking on the door and said, "Your house is on fire. We need to get out." And he had been driving down 707, which is a county road right by their house, and saw flames on the back of their house. They got out, called 911. Sheriff got. They were trying to control it with the water hose. Sheriff got there and said, "Not gonna work." Volunteer fire department got out because they're a little bit out of Abilene city limits. Fire department got out there, and here we all were sitting in our. They got the vehicles away from the house. I wouldn't let them try to go back in and save anything. We sat there and watched as the flames continued to get worse, and as their house burnt to the ground. They got out with the clothes they had on. Fortunately, my son-in-law Tim grabbed his billfold. Julie grabbed her purse. Jake's billfold was locked up somewhere else, but he had it. And Avery grabbed some of her stuff. They got out with phones and some of their ID stuff. Lost everything else. The next day, it even flared back up and caught on fire again. Just horrific. They've gone back a time or two to try to see if there's anything salvageable. They can find almost nothing. The things they have found are so smoke and soot and water damage that they're basically useless. So, there were a lot of things that went through our mind. I watched my kids and grandkids as they watched all their memories, their home, everything. My grandkids lived out there since they were little. They watched it all go up in smoke. The heat was intense. We've been watching all this stuff in California and thinking how horrible that was, and then there it shows up right there with us. Never think about your house burning down and losing everything, but they did. All the pictures, it's just painful. And so they've started the process of kind of rebuilding their life. People have been great. A neighbor, and then my granddaughter Avery, her best friend Kylie's mom. Lindsay set up a GoFundMe, Venmo. People have asked for the Venmo address. Our church at Hillcrest has taken a contribution for them, and other churches are helping. Jimnett Valley Church of Christ has helped. A lot of people that are connected to us have helped, but it's just to realize everything you owned is gone. Thankful, so thankful for the Good Samaritan that helped and the dog that barked, and thankful that Julie and Tim and Jake and Avery got out safe. Glad their dogs followed them right out, and the dogs are safe. Stayed out here with us, and they're rebuilding, figuring out where do you go and what do you do and how do you make things happen. We'll tell you more over the next few weeks. I may about once a week do one of these and just tell you some lessons we've learned. But every once in a while people look at preachers and say, "Well, yeah, you're just telling us how to live. You don't really get it. You don't really know." Well, if you've listened to much of my stuff, I do understand a lot of things. But things like this just remind me we live in a fallen world, and it helps you prioritize a lot of things. So this is Steve Ridgel giving thanks above all. My family's safe, and hurting for them to watch everything they had built together in a physical, earthly sense go up in smoke.